ngigwa funny sound in the bedroom ta mundu wa higa dirisha. You know. So she opens these 2 doors. And there's like 20 or so doctors in there. And my baby is lying on the bed in a kena taipa peke yake na nini leo itadaki ukenene. And they have these machines, these electric, it's just like it's what you see on TV. You know
Sorry, it's okay.
Negligence. Because I called and I asked, what's wrong with my child? And I was told, there's nothing. Nobody told me, come. They told me it's normal. So, in my opinion, I think that he reacted. Something went off with the vaccines because I had a perfectly healthy child.
Gathecia mwanya mwiroreri wa Metha ya Kagoni ni guthie na mbere na gucagura channel ya Metha ya Kagoni ngakunyita ugeni thini wa Why Are You Single njitagwo Monica Kagoni umuthi tukugia na show so exciting na muno makiria tukiariria mutumia ugereire child loss ni anorwo ni mwana wake na yet ni mutumia single. Nitugukorwo tukiaririria uhoro ucio na mugeni uria turi nake muthenya wa umuthi na no mbere ndaya nyambe ngumenyithie tunyititwo guoko ni kambuni ya wendia wa migunda yuikaine ta AMG Realtors nio matuteithagiriria gukorwo tukikurehera ng'ano ici ciothe tukurehagirira na njira ya gutunyita guoko na our latest project ni ria ngoretwo ngikwira na haria mwena wa Naivasha dry port ibrotisha 50 by 100 ukenderio na thogora wa 1.4 million cash na gwiraga brotishi na niguonete video ine na no ndirakuonia nginyagia haha ni brotishi ngethanire ka na gate ya Naivasha dry port na cithi-ini wa area igazetetwo ta special economic zone ungikata na brotishi no wige ukendia thutha wa ihinda riganona niyo twitaga speculation no wake hoteli no wake apartment no wake warehouse tondu hau no wake igwa ni dry port ungikomborithagia ya kuigithia mirigo iria yarehwo thini wa dry port nigetha ugie na broti enori urafatara kwaraniria na Martin na namba ino tukuhete haha oroho no tumagaretio ni Bountiful Safaris ni urenda guthie kuona migration ya wild beast mweri-ini wa mugwanja na mweri wa 8 kuria mwena wa Masai Mara wina mweke wa kubuku thaici na mbeca iria winacio urihe mdogo nginyagia hindi wekinye na guess what wariha thaici tafari yaku ukuenjoy rates cia thaici no ungikana riha kumagia July guthie na mbere ugakorwo kiriha rates cia ihinda riria ritagwo peak no karihio goro muno double of what you would have paid now kogwa akorwo ni urenda guthi kwiyonera migration the 8th wonder of the world urihe thaici na namba ya Bountiful Safaris niwe tukwandikire haha. Now show itu muthenya wa umuthi is going to be very exciting tondu mugeni uria ndi nake ni mugeni tuyaine nake miaka mingi twathomaga nake high school na ni twabundithitio ruthiomi rumwe rwa Gĩbaranja we ni aragia wega muno no nie ni kiorire ona kuhoya mai. Karibu sana Christine.
Bonjour. Thank you mono bono. Comment tu vas? Tu vas bien?
Je vais bien, merci. At least yo ni ndiraririkana. So Christine karibu sana. Na mwiroreri kuri urona ni urona ni kundu guthaka kundu kwega muno. Je kundu gwitagwo Loft 904. Is that
Studios.
Yes,
yeah.
Loft 904 Studios. Uko no uke uhuru bisha photoshoot akorowe content creator tani uke wikire video haha Christine yagututariria makiria so karibu sana Christine. How have you been? Ndukajaririe Gĩbaranja tondu ndikunyita nikiorire giothe
ona ngoigwa very emotional ya gwonire tondu of course it reminds me of
our
high school days. Yes, yeah. Ria twekaga French plays na Gĩbaranja kia nie ne kia ndeithirie muno koguo nindirikanaga ka group karia twari
watu ono karirikana reke ngwire ithu twacoka kuria macinani Murang'a kiorire giothe
no ningoragwo very proud of you niguonaga mtandao-ini I am so proud of you. You became an amazing journalist.
Thank
you.
You
are a great storyteller.
Thank you so much.
Na nijue ona aroreri a kibindi gyaku nimakenaga muno ati makona.
Thank you muno.
You're a great storyteller.
Thank you so much. Na mwiroreri no gwitikiria Christine gikuyu rimwe giathi uguo kiahana ta kirora arereirwo Nairobi na gagikorwo ni waigua kiri aragia muno ni gifaranja na ti githungu. So Christine, karibu sana. It's so good to see you after so many years. Na twarikia cukuru ri wathire nako
Kai, we wathire nako
no ndwagithire ukihika
ni ndiahikire riria twarikirie cukuru ni ndambiririe Kiko is hard but ni moko excuse ni jiguaga na ni jaragia at least bora communication.
True. Kiare mawikia githungu haha na haria
riu ni ndathire cukuru wa travel tourism and business studies no na ndiarikirie ni undu ni ndoirwo na wira wa ndege wa air hostess
tuire tutu tuonaga tugithi uguo
tukiheana cai ndege-ini tukoragwo glorified waitresses ni experience yari njega muno
waingira atia ndege-ini atiriri reke twambe tumenye kwanyu niku nigetha tumenye atiriri no uko kwanyu ndege ni ciagiuka
acha no kuma riria ndari kana ri ni ndonaga ndege ngauga one day niguo njiragwo na my aunt sana my aunt Kirigo ni augaga ni ndaragia muno ati ni ngahaica ndege one day. Anyway gwitu ni Mathira Nyeri Karatina ndiwe kana uri waigua haria Gandu Girls riri village twekoragwo hau etagwo Kanyama village. Tukoragwo very proud tumete Kanyama village. Riu hau niho haitu utanakinya Nyeri
ndahamenya hau.
Yes,
ku ndege citiakinyaga we
citiakinyaga na yare tu etagwo atia ambitions na imaginations no ku nikuo gicagi no ni ndaciarirwo guku Nairobi na my mama ri college. Yes, I am already here.
Okay, so now waigira ndege-ini atia ni wira wona kana ni atia
riu ri after twarikia high school ri ni ndendaga muno ku explore na ni ndendete French muno na gwiciria uria twalanire French twi high school ri twina mwarimu witu Miss Gashohe the late, we miss her so much. She was so amazing. Somehow ni ndaigua hata it is a way of making us feel like, you know, the world out there is actually possible here. I don't know, ni tatu aiguire twina ka connection kiasi na French riria twainaga alouette jonte alouette kaigua tu ni toto nursery rhymes twinagwo na andu me France
kuria France
riu ngaigua ni ndirenda muno kuona France kuhanaga atia. That was a really big dream to one day go to Paris. Ni ndendaga muno
I remember
acha
ni
ndendaga muno guthie Paris. It's so that it just, you know, I felt like it was possible to actually go there. Riu somehow I got opportunity shigioka. Ni ndacaragia ginya iria cia au pair na nanny programs, but then in the process ngirwo aya ona airlines shikireho ndogerie wahota kuona. Now that's how ni ndagiririe ya kwanza ndagiririe etagwo Gulf Air. Na ni ndekire wega muno ngikinya top 3 no matioire mundu muthenya ucio. Na kiria giamikire stand out again ni French. After that tugishoka riu tugika na airline ya Pakistan International Airlines. Nigigwa ni me Stanley magoka Stanley riu githie for that interview how niho da succeedire.
Ngioyo. How was it kuruta wira na airline iyo
Pakistan? Ahota uguo ritwa rirakwira kauti ndiko ni Pakistan koguo ni very different culture na ino itu. I think tutiafundithirio muno twi students uhoro wa racism kana ningi wahota gukorwo mundu different muno kwa andu amwe koguo gwiciria ona it never hit me that I stood out in a negative light to someone else. I mean, of course, do I need to go horo wa mau, but I don't think, you know, it's not like US, Korea racism, ni uramenya feel that when you're black, it's, you know, there's that possibility that there are people who might not like you. Rĩu nĩ kũu kwarĩ difficult in that sense tondũ nĩ mageragia horo ũyũ wa cosmopolitan gũkorwo very cosmopolitan o ta ndege ici imwe ta Emirates arĩa mekaga hiring of crew from you know other nations,
different countries.
Yes, nĩgetha to attract passengers from those other different countries. But now we were the first ones. We were the pioneers of that trial period, that, you know, they were trying to see whether it will work or not, you know. So there was only kurari na 9 of us Kenyans na agana mari from Japan na geri kuma 2 girls only from Germany.
Na yothe ni andu eru.
Yes.
Na inyuĩ mwĩ gatagata-inĩ ka andu airu.
Riu twari 9. 2 Germans and 4 Japanese. No riu acio angĩ othe ni crew wa Pakistan.
Ni locals.
Local crew. Yeah.
So how is it? How is the treatment when you talk about kwĩna racism?
Yeah.
Nĩ ta maũndũ marĩkũ kuonio wĩ wĩra-inĩ?
Okay, training yari njega muno no riu thina wa twikire ni ati kwari na salary disparities, yani amwe maraheo more than others, maundu ta macio riu kiria tuokire ku find out ni ati crew locals marihagwo ta $500 a month na matihagwo accommodation kana transport ya guthie wira. Riu ithuiri twaikaraga hoteli nene, irio cie hau breakfast, lunch and dinner, tukoyo tukadrop airport, wauma flight yaku ugadrop back to the hotel, so and then we were earning about $2,000. Riu ni undu ohoro ucio ri tondu of course local crew ni mokire makimenya matia twendete muno. Riu flight ningi ugakorwo wi wika, flight ya kuthie Manchester, Mukenya uria mungi agaitwo Sydney, uria ungi agathie Dubai, uguo turi amwe na aria uwi. Riu flight na a Pakistani crew ugashoka ugatwika riu, yani the conditions were really difficult while on board. Tondu rimwe you know after service ni tuikaraga thi kunywa mai, guikara kuria kindu ta kiukerwo, why are you sitting down? Get up. You're making so much money. Kwari na tu horota ucio. Na egwetwo kali girl, yani black girls nitweragwo muno, yani all of us were going through that. Kogo by the time twakinyirie December agatwatigarite ta ithathatu
andu airetu atandatu.
Yeah, so 3 had already left Kenyan girls.
You do that
yeah, racism. It was very difficult, but yeah, I think you know tumathia makidrop out umwe akaigwa mwaga ni ndiraikara only 1 more month, yani everybody ni arahebangagira kuma no ni realize ndirenda gucoka mucii tari na kindu tondu conditions iria ndatigite mucii nacio share a bit difficult. My mom are a single parent na they na my sister and brother tutiganite na 12 and 14 years respectively. Koguo nidonaga
ndungicoka,
ndirenda gucoka ndike ningi tondu she's going through a lot na nindakenaga uria ndonaga kiria kinini ndirahota gutuma muciri nigira cause impact nikira muteithia. Riu ni diari na choice yo ya airetu acio magiuga I'm just going to go back home, you know. Riu ni ngiona opportunity ya guthie Canada. Riu ugo niguo ndaumire airline yo.
But before umete airline to ndirenda nitukoretwo na ng'ano nyingi muno ciairetu marutite wira, for example Saudi, kana Dubai, you know the Gulf countries. No muno me wira-ini wa nyumba kuria maragia iguru rigia a lot of mistreatment na ginyagia gutihagio na kuragwo. So ndirenda mundu anyite, it's not just in the house as a house manager, but ginyagia inyue mwe ndege-ini, flight attendants, bado no muronio the kind of racism and mistreatment. Riu he mundu guka arore kani giko wina kio nikio we black.
He niereke gwire kwanza diwe kwena hede ndari na braids tondu riria ni ndokite mucii one time in December obviously ugatumwo njwireria tondu guko obviously gutire na salonist mawe njwire citu ugatumwo braids iria uguikara nacio ta 2-3 months uguo iyo ndari na tusangita no ririkane tusangita
ndatumenya
ngaigwa de I love them, my hair is cute riu ni obviously kwena hindi tunyitaga mutwe uguo
twina na torethwa
nie nderirwo ndina chawa
ati
ngai baba
da
guy, it became such a big deal because it was during food service. We were just about to go in the aisle with the cats. Riu, you know, agadnede hutirie mutwe giono ni munene witu. Riu akiuga haya ukahaha mutwe waku werega gwethamba ri yuga you know akijura ni uthambaga mutwe every day ici citithambagio every day oh yeah legal yeah yo ni uracengenywa magetwa munene wa first class wa business class ni moke yani getweka big deal after service after twarikia food service getweka ni unenie topic ya discussion
uria wena da
there's a possibility I have seen the dabagia moshi ni riu aginya riu riria twacokire you know back to when we went now back to Karachi nidetirwo na manager akwa office wakwa na giheo talk giheo marua maguthie clinic kuonania dinada and then I even was given medication to put hiyo ya chawa
juu kona chawa
juu niko na chawa that's the conclusion and I think that was the first time I felt I really can't stay here because what's normal for us go
ne chawa
yeah you know so I mean it's a very insignificant thing to us all of us deto hutagia juri at some point of course our hair is different but you know now I guess that was my introduction to you are different you know and ona nire hau niho ndambirire gwiciria uhoro wa kuma hau no on that level wauga wa nidari na murata my friend adwarire party party yore riria twa drivaga ri ni ndonire mugunda munene nita ko drive through Delamere uria kwina plantations around na nie ngeciria ni tea so I said oh you guys grow tea here as well uria you know Kenya to you know we have that magetheka uria twakinyire party ri ni ndonire andu magika ki yeah it was like uria ungiingira party uheoga cocktail everywhere niho offering would you like to join us riu ni todo wa kuona kaundu kau ri ngiambiriria kumu avoid no in that moment agani ndaiguire ta I'm not very safe in this country todo riu nita unyonie kindu secret yaku na jage kupatik you know na ari pilot we mwenyewe koguo ni ndaiguire yani koguo na riria ndathire Canada ri story yakwa yari I'm not feeling safe
kadeni wako and eventually ni watiga wira ri wa airline wathie Canada
yes
haya wathie Canada wikatia
ni ndendaga muno guthie university ni ndendaga guthie cukuru muno no riria ndari guku muciri ni ndaiguaga yani ni ndaiguaga a bit limited because of one thing or the other na my mom nioete loan ukulima riria ndari college and it was a really difficult time for her because the relationship with her and my siblings dad didn't work out koguo obviously niwe ugioya loan no ginya mushara ugutinyo yeah so I didn't want to nidaonaga ninguthie cukuru riria nguhota kwihota arini todo nidaiguaga no when the person you love so much is struggling you want to do anything you can to help them kiasi ona korone kaundu kanini umateithiriria
I get it all right haya mwirorerire ketwa beturugamio hanini tuno tugicokereria Christine ni ukujitikiria guorie ironda hihi nijue ni honete ni ngwirire tukiambiriria trenda kwaria horo wa child loss especially you single you've had a child and then the child akaga go survive and you single rĩngĩ ndukĩrĩ na mwĩhoko wa okay, I want us to talk about that child loss. Na nĩ ũkũnjĩrĩte wathiĩ Canada nĩ waikarire 11 years.
Yeah, I mean, even with the times when I left to go to Emirates and coming back, if I count all of it, it is 11.
11 years.
Yeah.
Na nĩ ũnjĩrire wacokire ũtarĩ kĩndũ. Nĩ tũkwenda kũmenya wacoka ũtarĩ kĩndũ nĩ tondũ wake.
I know.
So mwĩroreri reke twambe tũrũgame o hanini tu nĩ tũracokereria.
Karibu AMG Realtors. We have specialized in selling of land across the country in areas like Nanyuki, Naivasha, Nakuru, Juja, Kapunda Road, Malindi, and the Abadeas. Contact us today for land investment solutions and have your title deed delivered within 60 days upon completion of payment. SMS AMG to 40299 or call us on +254 748 229 941. AMG Realtors. We don't just deal in land, we deal in value.
Tũracoka thĩinĩ wa gĩcunjĩ gitũ gĩa kerĩ thiĩ na mbere na like video ĩno. Liking is very very important. Tafadhali ndiũĩ kana nĩrona hau hena ka icon kandĩkĩtwo like, hihinya tu hau, click hau nĩ ũgũkorwo likeĩte video ĩno, and of course twandĩkĩre comment ciaku na ngwĩraga comment ciaku cikorwo cirĩ comments cirĩ na gĩtĩo. Na tũkĩambĩrĩria nĩ ngwĩrire o excuse Christine gĩkũyũ gĩake nĩ waigua nĩ mũndũ ũrereirwo thĩinĩ wa Nairobi, koguo ona kĩrĩa araria nĩ kũgeria kũnene mũno. Anyway, ningĩ ona nĩ mũkĩiguaga gĩthũngũ, koguo aria gĩthũngũ ona kĩo no mũgũkĩigua. So Christine, nĩ wathiĩ Canada. I want fast forward, nĩ warĩkia cukuru, nĩ wagĩa mwana. Nĩ kũhika wahika kana nĩ atĩa gwathiĩ gĩthũngũ, kana ũrenda kũgĩa mwana o ũrĩa mũtumia atuaga itua rĩa now I am of age,
Yes.
no ngĩe kana.
Yeah. The year before, I had gone through a terrible loss. Nĩ ũndũ mũrata wakwa many years from rĩrĩa twarĩ high school, tũrĩkĩtie high school, twamenyanĩrie tũrĩkĩtie high school, aciari aitũ mekaga company the same, ndĩrenda kũmĩgweta. No, they were both civil servants, and so we were living in the same kabe. Yeah, nĩ ũrĩa nĩ maprovidagĩrwo accommodation. Hau nĩho twamenyanire. No rĩu nini ndathire airline kwanza, agĩcoka we nake akĩthiĩ Kansas, America. Rĩu on and off nĩ twaragia, but of course it was long distance. Koguo diary, we used to break up nĩ ũndũ wa kũigua ona kwĩna bata tũkonana rĩ, you know, so mũgatigana. No, nĩ twakinyĩte handũ tukauga oh rĩu twĩ serious, you know, and nĩ twaragia mũno, and then we lost him in a car accident. And the night before, I had a trip. Nitwarĩtie ngimenya esawa. I mean, you know, in my head, I was very tired. That domete trips igere cia Windsor na London, Ontario. Rĩu ndamwĩte ndakinya capital ya Ottawa, capital ya Canada. At that point, ndekaga wĩra wa railways. Yeah, Canada, which is part of it is a subsidized, part of the government of Canada. So I was working under the umbrella. So I had a really good job at that point. no riu ri
wandikitwo ni thirikari ya Canada.
Yes, yes. Todo ni ndakwirire ndathomire Canadian Public Administration and Governance. Riu ni ndari na position ya capacity.
Okay.
In that, yani kiria thomeire. But then still connecting with my professional experience of having been in the airlines.
Yes.
So I used to travel. I used to enjoy my job so much. Riu riria ndakinyire Ottawa ni hindi twamenyire through Facebook. Ni mami wahurire thimu on WhatsApp video call. Kiki udirona Facebook, and I said, what's going on, mom? Akaniambia, oh, ati ni Caleb, when did you speak last? Gimira, tumeongea jana usiku. And I told him, wacha nifike Ottawa because I had like a 5 a.m. trip. But it wasn't many hours, so we can speak on the early mornings. Na dikarite ogitadainire thimu ino niroka ajira kai check Facebook. Korora Facebook erauga andu mandikite hau, wow bro, I can't believe this. Rest in peace. So it was very unfortunate to dona family yake obviously. Ona korwo kwina kindu githiete na mbere utukuri matioi. And so that is how we all came to find out about his loss. And it was a very confusing time to do. You know, you just spoke to someone. I remember for months, no dahoraga thimu yake. You know?
Kugeria dururetikirania
believe. Yeah. Yeah, are mwanake mwendigai muno. And I think he was my ore mundu okona uyo niwe the most upright person. As far as dating and somebody
you can settle.
Ona nitwogaga atiriri uri akona maratathi kwanza ri niagoka country ore oge amuteithie gweterera we niagite mweri wa May and this is June now agipass ugo just ghafla sana accident on the road mathiete niajirite ni ena clinicals in the morning but niarahitukira colleague wake ena baby shower. Koguo ni akuhitukira. Riu riria mathire ku ni makoranire na airetu makoragwo university ta riu KU. Kuga na ninguma drop. I think they needed a ride. And I don't know what happened because now we'll never really know. Mariana na ari na convertible. Riu agayare open at the top. Na matia mikire curve. How bypass, then like a bypass at the top, they were going to make a curve and now go to the top. So he flew from the curved road. Like it's just like a freak accident. I think I've never quite wrapped my head around it, but it was on CNN. Okay. It made CNN. Okay. Because the two of them at the front died instantly, and these other two were in a coma for months. And one of the girls who woke up couldn't even recollect
what happened. She
kept saying, tomorrow is my graduation day, and she had graduated like 2 years before. Now she was doing like her master's, so it made no sense. Reu post his loss, you know, almost right away twatwikire tu na mifango cia co drive funds on Facebook inegeza at least nyina aone mwana to bring back his body back home. So I think after that, that's when now after all of it was done, they came home for his funeral. That's when now everything now hit me. Because I near Diareho, I never went to Kansas. I never came back home for the burial. So it's almost hard to kind of believe. I think that's why if this is a silly joke, but it wasn't. And I think I never went through that feel.
So Christine, the loss of your friend, you nimwakinyanite her fiancé.
Netware serious.
Very serious.
Ona niokete a few weeks before. Na tuithie Niagara Falls. We spent the weekend together. It was we had gotten serious. So yare painful. It's just that it was in hindsight now, you know, it's obviously been a few years because that was in 2016. But
yeah,
he was my sweetheart.
Pole. Let's talk about your baby. Wagire mwana after how long? Thutha wa your sweetheart kwekate kugya na accident?
Nidagire mwana the next year. and kanaga kwa kareka boy metagwa Isaiah. And I remember just thinking, you know, I'm so happy, and but at the same time I went through postpartum depression. Niudo mushiari wakwa ndahotire guka. Nitwakiririe horo wa visa na gukirema. And so
uniwe na kana.
Yeah, and it's very difficult on to rely on friends. Niudo adomena mawira, you know, nigimareka 12-hour jobs, you know, school and work, you know, so it was very hard to rely on any friends to come and so for the most part I was alone.
Now we first time mother.
And it's a first time mom. I don't think I know anything I'm doing. And
na riri Christine, ni ukuheo maternity leave ihinda rigana atia?
Even it waheago 1 year.
1 year.
Because later on a day na maternity leave yakwa ni maongereria another 6 months. Kogo ni 18 months.
Wow.
Yeah, but the other 6 months is by choice. Okay. No wende kushoka kana no thie na bere.
Uthie na bere.
But nito dogo gutire na nannies. So there's that consideration as well.
So what happened that you lost your baby?
Oof. We're not going to cry today. But baby Isaiah, we had just done his 2-month vaccines. And I remember the day before I called the clinic and I said he doesn't seem himself. Karita talethaji kuwo kana kare very playful no muthenya ucio. Yeah, you know, the day after now the vaccines, and I remember thinking, something is a bit off. Riada horire thimo makijuria, does he have a fever? Get check, gerora katiari na fever. And then they even get fevers after, sometimes they might even get like a fever. You know, at that point, if you feel, you know, then you can bring him in. But right now, there's no cause for alarm. It's normal. They get a bit, you know, less playful than usual. New doa process your vaccines. The next day, nidari na a bit of financial restraint problems. Niudo onakorone twaheago mat livre. Income yaku eka reduce. Riu yakwa yari 55%. Kwena area 25%, the 55% is from the government, 25% is supposed to be more from the employer. No, it is okay. Mudu arihago after some time. Kogo area beshidia shida oka through my account every month ni 55% of my income. So you can imagine lifestyle ya kudishejeti kogo ne dasharagia 1 or 2 ways to make a living.
Yeah.
Na my room, in fact bedroom yari next to mine yari empty, na ndasharagia roommate mono ni odo rent yako yari $1,500 a month. Na check area diragia ni a little over 2,000. So it was not enough for sustenance of me living there and at the same. But you know, my pregnancies were very hard. Both of them, my current baby, my lovely Grace, and even then, because ndikorago na kido yetago progesterone, hormone ria sustainer mwana thini, kogo nijigago bed rest. So maundu ma gusharia nyumba kwabiria guthama, it just was, when you're like this, it's
hectic.
It's not even, you know, you don't even have the energy, you know. So near the other meeting. But now the house was too expensive for me. Nida sharagia guests how overnight rimwesha over Airbnb. No nagaria kwa nida miekete kwa apigeta turo. Nia kurent kuhaya gari. Modo no hire gari yaku for like a weekend or a few days. You know.
Oh, kigeria gucokaniriria.
Yeah. So I was doing that. And nikware mudo wa bukete gari yakwa at 4 p.m. that day. And anyitete kana ogo akiogaga. And I remember thinking, I hope by the time ara walk ginya hahari mwana ni agokoro etoro. And they had made a message ati, oh, I'm almost there. Riu ni gira kana ketoro riu gigacokia ukoma ngioya shafi cia ngari ngitengera downstairs kumuhe. Okay, so you know now the app has already vetted the person. Everybody has their license uploaded on the app, so it's just giving them the keys.
The key.
They were going to return them they returned the car on Sunday. So I come back upstairs and ngiona ndina opportunity ya kuruga kindu ndarutite nyama from the freezer either and so I thought, you know what, baby's asleep, maybe I can prepare something because really already through, you know, nidadeketwa epidural, it makes your back completely broken. Yani ukaigwa nduri na hinya kurugama for more than a few minutes. No, let me just make some meal because most of the time need dariagata oats, some yogurt, and you know I'm a woman who has just had a baby.
Yeah.
And then epidural is so painful, your back and everything. Go on, through postpartum. And then, but now at that moment I said, let me cook something. Giruga to irio. Really ajigite how Metha iguru. I mean, as they were cooking, I go back to the dining table and the bedroom was just here. Hari na bedroom ya muragowari ajar. I hadn't closed it obviously so that I can hear him.
Okay, in case of
yeah, and my friend akihora thimo. Nyina neari mwenga muno niokete the weekend before. Nyina, my friend are from Cameroon. Eta wo Jasmine. Riu nyina ri ni daga we kudeithia muno. Todo niokete the weekend before na akauga mwiretu uyu ni arafatara guteithio muno. Niokete agithabia nguo cia mwana, agithabia nyumba, agithabia kana akidugira irio cia 2-3 days. So niendaga guka muno no ni arahurire thimu earlier that day na kujira I want to come but call Jasmine umwire organize ria guka. Riu ni Jasmine arahurira orajokeria thimu some few minutes to 4 kujira, "Oi, sorry, I had a night shift." Riu nyuma toro. "Can you come for my mom?" I said I can't because my car imeenda for I've hired it out for the weekend. Riu turaragio horo wa uria tungimuingiria taxi ni ngigwa funny sound in the bedroom ta mundu wa higa dirisha. You know, so and a few moments before Jasmine had called, my mom had called on WhatsApp video because nitwaragia na every day twatidaga on the video call. No, twaragia, "Hey, leo mama umekuwa wapi?" "Oh, yeah, I've been busy gothi yako." You know, sasa ndio nimepata time. Then Jasmine akihura gira mom, nigureke guhurire after she had already asked kana at that point. Gikera gemwira get on a getoro. Normally I would take the phone and say ona egaka, I would like go show her. No call yake gitwika interrupted neno ya Jasmine. Arafu riu gigwa that sound riu gidirathi bedroom korora niki. And
it's okay. It's okay. It is well.
Yeah. I found him in a funny position. It's like
it's okay.
So I remember the first thing I saw, his face was so pale. So gyoya gikoena yenya gitengeraga downstairs, kira Jasmine, "Call 911, Jasmine, call 911." Because she had me scream. She's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Call 911." And I'm running down the stairs. And giraga strangers, "Please help me." Nyitete mwana ogwo. And you know, everyone is doing their best. Two girls, one said, "Amanas," and she immediately starts doing CPR. And because we are in the middle of downtown Toronto, within no time, there was a fire truck, police cars, an ambulance. So in that moment, I just remember thinking it looked like an episode. You know. So kwena kaudogathia na bere mutu ine ukaona like I'm not in real life. This is not happening to me. I'm in panic mode. You know, I'm you know, that I bare feet with a data, and my baby is on the pavement. You know, they're trying, you know. I don't think that I don't think that there's any words to describe that moment. Niudo yari. You know, for me, when I talk about it, I am there in the moment, and it's been 4 years. So it's difficult for me to talk about it. Because the next thing I just know is the ambulance, and I was in the one behind him because I was told by the cop, they go ahead, health cardiac care. So, you know, the next few minutes, I think, you know, everything is just a blur. I come downstairs when the ambulance get agitated. And I just remember where we were going, it was just a few minutes away. The fitari nene was sick kids. How at the
Okay.
But yeah, it's just difficult to talk about it. But I just remember the social worker, or I think a nurse, I don't know what she was, just saying to me, "Are you his mom?" And I said, "Yes." And said, "It's going to be intense in there. Just call out his name. Just keep saying his name. Say, Mommy's here." So then as she says that, she opens these 2 doors. And there's like 20 or so doctors in there. And my baby is lying on the bed in a kind of type of and they have these machines, these electric, it's just like it's what you see on TV. You know.
Sorry, it's okay.
So, I don't know why this story is so interesting for you people.
It's okay.
Because it's just a difficult one to tell. But I tell it because I know there's a God. Na nidogamete ha umuthi uyu. Na near a very tough time for not just myself but even my family. Niudo after that kwena kidogia thire off. My friends magithodeka GoFundMe na my family, my cousins. Nigetha njoke mucii.
Tondu riu kana gatina make.
You know, it's like living without purpose. Because in that moment, when you're on maternity leave, your only purpose is to make this child
True.
survive. And you're the caretaker, you know, and when that happened, and I have all this, you know, milk, and, you know, your body doesn't know instantly to stop producing.
Stop producing, yeah.
So,
Dagitari Magaga, what killed him?
gosh, it's even hard to hear that word.
Sorry.
It's okay. The autopsy results ni show me the Sunday. It was sudden infant death syndrome. Na ni daigwire very ono mothe yo dire daigwa jiganire. No digikoro na hinya wa gucokera uhoro ucio. Yani go follow and everything. No, nijigwa ta negligence because I called and I asked what's wrong with my child, and I was told there's nothing. Nobody told me come. They told me it's normal. So in me, I think that he reacted. Something went off with the vaccines because I had a perfectly healthy child. You know, I had a perfectly healthy child, so you know, it's just
It's okay. It is well. So, Christine, clearly, ndũngĩahotire gũikara Canada after the loss.
Yeah.
Did it, na nĩũkũnjĩrĩte warĩ na postpartum depression.
Yeah.
So, your this depression, yatuĩka worse rĩu after the loss.
Yes, because it's just a blur in my head. The months, very close months after that, are like a blur. Something went off. Todo. Nida beredia godi ginya maguru. Yani dreda wikira ginya iratu na kwena heho. Ni winter time.
Na urathi utari iratu.
So kwena divitari dati dagage shokyo. Yari na magakuhe madawa yani modo hitokete maudu tamasho kwena tudawa daheago. She can knock out. You know, no dokira karirikana nebu rege, you know, so it was just a really difficult time because I don't have a caregiver. And I cannot be on my own. You know, so my friends, actually West Africans, were taking turns to be home with me. Because I had to be with someone 24 hours in a day. I had a very funny you know, like it was just you know, so it was difficult because my close friends were trying so hard to change their schedules around for me because now I've become like a child again. Nidatukata modo nafatara mono ukorona modo all the time. My friends pamoja with some of my family members, and they created a GoFundMe, and we got some money that paid for my ticket to Geshoka Moshia. Yeah.
Wakaguko nyoguthi na bere na treatment or counseling, anything, any intervention?
So in the beginning, you know, now day one, it's like, hi, you know, you've seen Donete Adwa knew. Like, I think for me, I hadn't seen my mom in 4 years. And you know, it was a lot for my family because wanyo no worry gahanata Christine. No, I had very reactive moments because of something that would come in as a trigger, like advertisement ya Pampers, kana idoshiashiana, kana twehadoja, kana neighbor wena mwana geigwa mwana kirira, kana mwana geku, like any baby sounds, any. I did not want to see anything to do with babies because I would just be like, you know, dread akoya mwana, the more give you know, is that my baby crying? You know, it's, it's a terrible time. It was so, and there's a lot of misunderstanding happening. Like one of my best, one of my sisters, she's like my sister. She was cousin yakwa. Not worry, very close. Not worry, expectant at the same time. We are yaga mwanake now end of January, early February, na niye nidagete August. Yune doka moshi December. Na she and it was really difficult to be around her. And to obviously the joy mara expect ni your loss wewe uhitokete.
Yes.
You know, so dari kanata muthenyo mwe dari kwao tondu nimanyendete muno na nimenda, you know, guikara nani nigetha ndige kuigwa, you know, hofu sana. Nani tuguo tukiumaja riu nturafa gotwa mwana uyu uroka na everything, and I had a complete meltdown. No ukonata uhorosho adu amweti everybody oranyita
understand your loss.
Riu neta utari mukenu for the person. And it created a very strained relationship between us. Todona kana ke dakonire after 5 months. Because of course I can't even see any baby, you know, at that point. During that time nidathire kwa njenga. Na nidathiete nginya my mom ni ageririe muno nginya ngindwara group therapy. Ici cia atumia mahitukite maundu ta macio. Kwena ige etagwo I am still a mom.
I am still a mom.
Yeah. How niho aga nidatikire decision to survive through this. Because prior to that day, nidaroraga to anxiety pills to danyuaga. You know, I would take one and it would knock me out for hours. Toro, rai orokera okoria, maybe kedo guthie kioro. Ugashoka toro. Riu prior to that, nidari na moments nyingi daroraga tudawa tu ngeshiria. Riu ikenywa ici ciothe ri. You know? No riria ndathire eo therapy ya still a mom tware atano. In fact my mom tricked me. Nida amenyaga twathi meeting fulani akijira reke thie downstairs garehe to samosas to shai. No da shokire to, you know, and then the next thing ndiro nado nimaraingiha twatwika ta 5 uguo cancel agishoka giuka. Aya agere mari young marari ohoro wa miscarriage. Na ma pain is not kind. Pain is not kind to another person's pain. In the midst, yani area high. Todo nida maragi ohoro wa miscarriage, we wa bere wa kere miscarriage, and I remember thinking, get over it, you know. You know, because at that moment it felt like at least you didn't see your child.
Like the pain is lesser than yours.
I was now the judge of pain. Nini ndirare riu juge riu ino ni riu ndiraigwa riu njukite guku ni kiundu andui riu ndareho haha ni undu andui. You know, but so by this fourth lady akiongea, all of them had the same similar story. None of them had the baby or they married this miscarriage. And I never felt their story. And in my heart, I'm just like, I'm in the wrong forum. Why am I even here? Ginya mutumia oyo mukuru. Next to me hari na mutumia mukuru, older than my mom. Na nindariga guoneke gitumite okay kana rehete one of the girls. Riria araberirie kwaria, there wasn't a single dry eye. Everybody just broke down. Even the counselor ni arageragia kwenyitirira tondu niwe counselor witu. But it was very difficult. Niodo mutumia riria araberirie kwaria araugire horo wa 31st uria mwanake wake ni ara wa 33. At the time I was exactly 33 years old. I had just had the birthday as well, ni dashariro Christmas Day. Eu augaga uria the son they would the next month. I've just come home December ni January, so everything is still very fresh. Todo the loss happened in October. Ati mwana wake wa 33 years old wrote a note on 31st and took a laptop cord na akiita. Yes. They, you know, nitakuona mutumia ta mami at out away control. Eketeginya women's guild, you know, yani completely like our mom. And I remember looking at her and I said, God, I get it. I get why I'm here. In this moment, it is not for me. It's for my mother. Because my mom,
your mom no
because nobody understood me to this day. My mom has taken so much. You don't know what I feel, Mom. You don't. You didn't go through it. You never saw Isaiah. And she would be like, but it is even worse because I never got to touch my grandson. And I was with you on WhatsApp calls, video calls, almost the whole day. You know, so it was pain, beating pain. you know, Nedare very mean to my mom, and it was a very difficult time for her. But she'd stay there, you know, ginyarire urenda with Daddy kanarire dienda gwikara metha ini undu. You know, maybe TV is coming, you know, something comes on TV and corona triggers. And I remember go the bafu ore okay, at least woku gutire mundu rajigwa ngirira. Ndondo ndirenda kurira, no ndirenda kurira gutuma age maigwe kurira. I don't know whether you understand me.
Yes, yes.
But I need to cry. Otherwise yani itaorea mundu aigwa kunywa thigaranga. I needed to cry every day for a few hours. No, and she'll remove you, you know. Only a mother can do that. Because now I'm to my very close cousins, Okona, Nitwa Remiro go pass through that hurdle.
No.
I grew up with them. And so they're the closest people I knew to siblings growing up, because my two other siblings came already a daddy monene na daddy boarding. Yeah, and so anyway, yeah, it's a you want to take a break?
Yes.
It's a lot.
Reke twabe tuoe break o hanini tu, but maithori maya urona mwiroreri ni maciarite wira muthaka muno guku na koguo Christine ndendo nyuma nigetha you tell us what pain eguteithitie guciara, because I've seen your work. Very nice interior design.
Thank you.
Yorathomithia ginyagia. You have a master class now. Eguthomithania interior design.
Yeah.
So you'll tell us about it. So enough for crying.
Yeah. No,
but
enough. We didn't even plan to.
We really appreciate. If there are messages I get almost on daily basis, nishatumia makejoria, how do you deal with a child loss, be it a miscarriage, stillbirth, or mwana kuwa the first 5 years, or even mwana wakua mwana
I think,
wa 33 years.
Todo Otaoshiore, I remember thinking for the first time, nidona modo ruorore, modo wena ruo roige kogera. In that moment, niguo da filire. You know, that's what I felt.
And that was your turning point.
That was my turning point to make it, because I could not see this being my mom. That thought was enough for me to think, I need to figure this out. You know, and I mean, like everything else I've figured out in life, God, you just, you know, this is, but you helped me figure this out. No, na nimenyaga ati, it is the person I am now, na oria dari before, ni 100% different. Na ni todo wa pain. Dahitukire.
True. Wow, thank you so much. Reke twabe tuoe break niturashokereria.
Yeah.
Karibu AMG Realtors. We are specialized in selling of land across the country in areas like Nanyuki, Naivasha, Nakuru, Juja, Kapunda Road, Malindi, and the Abadeas. Contact us today for land investment solutions and have your title deed delivered within 60 days upon completion of payment. SMS AMG to 40299 or call us on +254 748 229 941. AMG Realtors. We don't just deal in land, we deal in value.
turacoka thiini wa gicunji gitu gia gatatu kia Why Are You Single ni gutire haturatirihana tunyitete ogeni Christine na thank you so much Christine origi ni kwaraniria na ithuĩ and really opening up about your pain. Eventually ni wakinyire handu no kiuga I have to get up and be strong again.
Yeah. Na ni jitikitie that I've come to believe there's a lot of strength in vulnerability. Na niginyete handu de very strong, you know, gainia deithite muno. Of course ni dehetokate, you know, I've had therapy for a very long time.
You mentioned Dr. Jenga.
Yes. And so really still a mom dadire or once. For me yari too much. Utida jokete how has still a mom. Yani die wish it a particular story yakwa yani it was a bit difficult to hear other people's pain. Oh, I mean, I through this and it's almost like my coping mechanism yari escapism. No, the problem is at the root of it all, dari bado moro arumuno in terms of my mental health. Riu how had Dr. Frank Jenga ni recommended dweke inpatient na gitweka inpatient for a few months na how niho gweshiria breakthrough ya kwa ya abiririe. My counseling was centered around grief, the 5 stages of grief, but also the significance of my child and what it meant. And makinyitanithia my game not and the loss of my ex and this and how now it was all mine was all tailored under trauma.
Under trauma.
Yeah. No, eventually on a real miracle. You know, I don't know if there's one way of saying that one can completely get 110% healed. Loss ni loss.
You learn how to
you
to
just
live
learn
with
to live with it. But also you look for coping mechanisms. Ni doni ne deriru na my best friend. Christine Yakana. Todo how worry. Sometimes that pain can be so debilitating. Dureda wokira, dureda withaba, dureda wika ona, you know, and now of course, you know, you're feeling time is going by, it's over a year. Na nidagire kanaga kwa keretwa baby Paris Wangari.
Wow.
No nidagetire Grace. So yeta go Paris Grace. Niodo she is God's grace to me.
Wow.
And Paris, of course. She had to be there because that's my favorite city.
Wow. The smile on your face tells it all.
Tells it all.
Tells it all. So every day you have to wake up for baby Paris Grace.
Yes.
Weke kaudu.
Yes.
Haya. This dress
kaudu neko interior design.
Neko interior design. And this is the interior design we are talking about.
Don't know them my yummy colors, my purple. Purple also represents royalty. You know, for me it's my favorite color.
Tari mudorari go, what is this interior design you're talking about?
Yeah.
Briefly, what is it about?
The interior design is really the field under which you know, you do all these finishes. Once the house has already been constructed, no real architect maybe kwena hadu makinyaga riu ni mako akira nyumba ni uguo
riu we uthakarie thini.
Yes, riu okana through na indo ta finishes ta riu ukona ha twikite very beautiful wainscoting, indo itago wainscoting. No ni mixaga elements ta riu ha hena cornice, gypsum na wainscoting kwena indo ithatu. Na ni huthakira wallpapers that are very classy and elegant.
This is the wallpaper.
Yes. Ninyedaga fabrics that are rich, taishire urona wo, ishoshi curtains ine, na maudumasho ne foodithanagia, ne foodithanagia. I have a 5-week course.
5-week course.
Yeah, master class that has everything from you know, how to completely learn to start an interior design business on your own.
Tare he mutumia uyuragia giti giakwa ni gia papo ndio ijikire kala iriku ya pin ya carpet ndio ijikire kala iriku ya curtain. So all those things ni shora ugo foodithanagia.
Ni foodithanagia that way ona toginya urihe ado ta interior designers besha nyingi muno guthondekera nyumba tondu wamenya ri we mwenyewe no withondekera ona wenda gucenjia kaundu ri no ucenjie. Na kothi yakwa ni very fun ni undu twikaga Zoom Tuesday na Thursday, Saturday tugacamania iyo Saturday tugacamania akorwo wiki yo twathoma horo wa lighting tugacamania lighting shop akorwo tweka horo wa color tugathie fabric shop ya colors tugathie duka ya rangi kogo ngoragwo bangirite my students wega muno matirenda nginya ithire ni uria iri fan tukenaga
haya Christine ndirenda unyite microphone yaku tondu rimwe kuona ni gutumaga mundu understand tondu ndirenda turure kwa fishino yaku nigetha tunyite exactly wega ndagika ciganona riria urario horo wa interior design what exactly
do I mean
you mean yeah. So kindly tondu microphone yaku ndire na holder no menyite oro na ukujitekeria ona korwo niwe wi guku I lead tondu ndirenda kuria ciuria nyingi muno let's start from here this is really nice and exciting what is this
Reure ino ni fireplace ino ni fireplace reu studio ino ni design studio ni goretwo ni ndiraguire business yakwa ya workshop kihinde-ini kia covid reu ni kwambiria turambiriria ringi na reu tondu ndingihota gu sustain ino studio tanie ta interior designer ati handu muroka mukona wira wakwa ri reu guku bado ni studio ya bisha andu ni moka makahurwo bisha reu ino ni fireplace thondekete na kindu gigwitwo molding cornice gypsum wood ena elements nyingi muno cithiete hau nigetha ihane uria uramiona uguo na tugacoka tugekira lights around it ginya icio ciothe ni cia kugucio ikuma na iguru
so at my sitting area or my living area no jikire just this as my TV area instead of gypsum area
kana bao ya TV stand
kana TV stand
ni tugaguthondekera nyamu teno
kindu ta giki
ni githaka
so beautiful and then
no ino ndungiakia mwaki
ndio tia wa
kwina area ithondekagwo ya mwaki ya ithondeketwo na mahiga bricks
no ino ni ya uthaka akiena ni kuhia so you can place my TV up here okay why this
kana art piece uguo ona ite ici ri ni designaga designs riu ukiona hau ri no ikare hau ugeka video yaku ka podcast kana ka YouTube ite ici twina cio igiri riu umwe waku agaikara hau uyu ungi haha riu props
no ndikige gwakwa nyumba bado
ni na twaguthondekera na rangi uria urenda akorwo red blue
wow this is so beautiful
thank you
is there more inside okay
yeah ona hau akiri na emerald green ruthigo rwa emerald green woku kwanza no
this is wallpaper
hiyo ni wallpaper na wainscoting
okay hanetoke haha niho hagenia
niho afici woka for studio kuhurwo bica ri niho kuonio haria designs iria nyingi twina cio obviously ni undu ni tureka shooting kwina maundu mamwe
how do kabe kuonania
nitoke haha background ni haho
yeah
ona haha mundu no ahurwo bica rugamite kana ningi ona haha
niho hagenia Christine atirire ici akiringo ici akiringo
nigo kuonia atirire
this is so lovely
ona indo iria wonete cie ordinary muno ri no cirehe uthaka nyumba
wow as in no wikire tumetaga riri gwitu Murang'a marungu maya ma miti mari handu ha guthakaria wow
na tugathondeka turima tu riu haha twina ka fireplace tureterera turahoya Ngai twambiriria kunyita ma customers nitukota kurehe ka fireplace hau
so haha mundu na horo bicha
no tuhoro kamwe dau ni agwika kamwe
kai ni kega
ni alafu twina our brilliant white background hau ni mukumiona
ni weno
yes ni weno okay demuonie
guko thini okay wow this is really nice not a bridge na guko nikuo guko afishi yaku
ici reu ni background
cia
kuhurwo bica reu ino ni background ya shelves ona tungirugama hau ri ona hau no hurwo bica kana ugaikarira ite igiri haha akorwo ni video ta ino tweka
no twikire video
na background ithaka muno ni koguo ni photo kana video
bica
twina props nyingi muno woka ruthingo ruru ukona biu uria twina beauty ya architectural beauty ya
wallpaper also na ginya ina structure geometric ginya consoles ta ici tugathondeka ciena ici icio ciena cuts ici inigetha bica yaku ithakare wega muno.
There's something about the texture of this wallpaper.
Iyo ni velvet. Riu ni njaragia wallpapers cie very rich. Riu ni ndicimportaga. Yes, tukarehe nigetha nyumba ikagea uthaka. Riu ha ni kuona ukona riu koga you know nigetha ukamenya kiria tungigwikira muciini gwaku. Yeah.
Wow. What is this?
Hau ni ga shelf riu ni twina andu mareka product photography. Tuge for example wina hairline. Yani ina shampoo, conditioner, na ni urenda model wako cigekerwo haha na model wako akarugama hau na gacuiri gathaka akahurwo bica riu ni all the shelves uraciona nyingi ri ni cia product placement koguo no twende kwa na brands ona cia thabuni ona cia magekira haha makarehe models ciao tukamahura bica.
Wow. Karo, your health coach hapa. Nahitaji kukuja hapa.
Reke nguone ya mwisho.
And this one?
Oh, ino ni prop.
Ni prop.
Ino ni prop. Riu no ikare mweri, umwe akarugama, umwe agaikara hau. Riu mundu wa bica agathi haria.
Jato ikare tuone tuono bica-ini.
Riu ona haha tukahurwo kabica kega muno.
No agituona.
Cikihite guku
Ni wagituona.
Ni wenda kuhurwo bica ona twana tukarugama kamwe ke haha kamwe kenyititwo.
Thurie haha mutumie handu.
Iguru.
Sawa sawa. So the next one is
na riu props icio ni tucimuvaga around weda
cikaigwo hario kwenda. Wow.
Riu wakiona haha ri nyonaga hari
Look at
cute.
this. I love
Hari
this.
hatwana kana maternity shoots ni game, you know, for me especially it's a very special time for a woman. Ni agirira gukorwo na joy na gikeno kingi muno. Riu agekaka photo shoot haha uguo na background iyo gatini ka yellow nigetha tutikaerwo ni blue ni pink ni twariganirwo tuire tukana ni twari
ne kara ni unisex.
Ni na ona haha ona ho hena tu shelves tutu. Riu tu shelves tutu ri ni twega twa again product placement tuge ni advertisement ya diapers kana ni advertisement riu brand irenda kugathiriria kindu kiao no moke ha model wao no akorwo mutumia wina kana na products ciao hau maka display ni natonya mutu thaka twathaka uguo.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
I love this. This is so beautiful.
Your favorite?
This is my beautiful place.
Ikarathi
my
wone.
favorite.
Riu ino ri tumitaga our tropical palm leaf background. Ino ni palm leaf ya kukaigwa ta we handu haitagwo Maldives.
Maldives.
Kana handu hega ukahurwo bica ona juzi turari na ka video karekirwo haha. Riu background yo igathakara. Yes, ugoka for photo shoot ona itene tumuvaga around wenda gite kiria kireho haha kana kiria kingi kana tu tawa kana tu lamps tugakorwo tugeka maundu macio for you.
Christine, as let's say wakwa did an extreme makeover.
Yes.
From ite, Metha,
yes,
wallpaper, ragi kudu deda guthondekero my gypsum, you do that for me.
Yeah, nie kiria njikaga ri nie di consultant, design consultant. Riu doka gwaku ri ni ngoragwo na ni ngorora uria ihana na kulingana na fundamentals cia interior design indo ta principles na elements ri ni ngumenya haria ni twagirwo guthondeka an emphatic wall ninge tuthondeke ruthigo rurauma kana rurathie na thiini tu shelves tuhana una haha rangi wagirwo gukorwo uguo ni ngumenya personality yaku ni andu ariko maikaraga guku wina twana tunini tu toddlers tuthondeke toy area keke riu gucorere ka concept ni ngukukonia ni ngugutumira kabica oria tuthondekaga ya nyumba before na concept alafu riu wenda riu etweke executed ni ngugu connect na mafundi maria nie njikaga nao ma guthondekera indo icio
makaruta what you have in your mind.
My mind into reality.
Na bado wauga wina master class.
Dina master class, yes. Eo nirangenia muno. Ni undu ni ndirona difference ya students yakwa muno. Matwikite to experts. Makiaria ati over here I can see there is balance. Direnda kuongerera balance haha, symmetrical kana radial balance. Maundu maria turalan. Na kwanza the practical class icio cia Saturday ri. Kwina kamwe wiritwo umwe kwanza ewe kirathi-ini giakwa right na aranjirire atiriri. Ni ara go through difficult period in her life na najira niki no therapist wake ni ara recommendire atiriri eke kaundu karamugikenia riu araona arauga kuma riria ambiririe kirathi giki kia master class araigwa excitement muno na ni arenda go start ka business gake ga gwika design wow kogo ni njega muno master class.
Thank you so much Christine. Na hihi we mwiroreri ungikorwo ni wakite nyumba yaku na riu urarigwo ngai riu ino thini ngumi design atia ndio huyu solution ako hapa. Kana hii nyumba yaku no wende kumishenjia uriete ni uko ni ikarite ugo miaka mingi na ni urenda a new feel, you know, like you urenda kuigwa like you're in a new environment. You just need to change it a little bit. Some wallpapers, register some itishia kure ihana
kana lighting ne play a big role. Kariu ka lighting kaure kakatwika uigwe very relaxed to tea hash.
True. So consultant haha ni agoka kwire uria ugwika nigetha urehe that change urageria ku imagine thini wa meciria maku. So Christine mundu ungienda gugwita ni undu wa wira wa interior design kana kuingira thini wa master class agukunyita atia?
Master class to inagira ambiriria 31st of May. Koguo no hore namba ya thimu ino ni mutoko meandika ha 0724 266051. Kana ninge no nyone Instagram-ini. Instagram yakwa ikoragwo very fun ni undu ni nyendaga positivity tondu ni njitikitie to whom much is given much is required, and sometimes much can be pain. It's not, that's the misconception that much is wealth kana kaundu takau. Na ni njitikitie ruo rwakwa ri riu ndirenda kurehe gikeno. Riu Instagram yakwa ni ngeragia gwika to motivations. Na ni hoyaga one day ona ni ngotwika a woman of impact like yourself.
But
as a motivational speaker. For now okay master class, but they Instagram they all things _Chris. YouTube they na videos nyingi muno share before na after ya manyumba. Onayo itagwo all things Chris.
So muthi how YouTube channel ile all things Chris. Nigetha o subscribe wirorere video cia nyumba uria ci designetwo nigetha waririe Chris, and again ungenda ku join the master class nigetha hote kuimenyaga ndagura gite gia kareno go match na curtain cihana atia etigo gwakwa bedroom ndiaraga bedding cihana atia to no ware cia browni wagagetoro etigo
kwanza icio nicio maybe cingirehe mundu toro no riu tukamufundithia atiriri colors fusing and how to color code.
True.
It's a 5-week course kogo kwina whole module ya color peke yake. It's very interesting. Na muke muhoro bisha guku ni wona kwina studio jega muno cia kuhurirwo bisha as a family. You're a company, you want your models to advertise your product. This is the place ya guka kuhurirwo bisha na beo no tukwandikire haha origi ya Chris. Turamuhoya muke muno muhoro bisha ni undu no hindi turahingurire biashara ino na your support is very greatly appreciated. Whether ni family photos, brand photos, portfolio, kana ginya product photography to haha for you na to Lavington. Hadu hega muno mugioka ni very convenient. Karibuni sana.
Na wanna walk away to a discount kuma kwa Metha ya Kagoni.
Yes, of course.
So thank you so much Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you ni kwaraniria na idwe. Thank you for letting us into your life. Into your tears, into your pain, and eventually into your this
joy and
yes.
outcome and endurance.
Yes.
Yes, because we all have a story.
Niguo.
And mine is to just encourage. I don't give my story to so that we can cry and be sad, but so that we can smile in the end. Na tuwele atiriri kwena ngai utororaga na rimwe ni atikagira maundu maruo muno mahappen ni undu kwena kindu arenda to learn kana ningine arenda tutweke torch for somebody else. Koguo ni I am not in pain anymore. Ni njiraga ngai thengiu muno ni undu wa maundu maria mothe atikirite mahappen ni undu nimo matwekete gatweka who I am na ndi mushinde mundu mukenu muno. Yes.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Encouraged.
Thank you, Christine. Na mwiroreri thengio ni kwirorera Metha ya Kagoni, thengio ni gutucagura na thengio ni support iria ukoretwo gituhe. Andu a Canada, I know dina so many fans kuma Canada, the larger USA. Here is your girl. Andu a London, UK, or the Spain. Andu a Spain maraugire ndimugeithagia. Pole sana. Ndamugeithia muthenya wa muthi. Eroreri aria muri kuria bururi no Spain, Switzerland, all the French speaking countries.
Bonsoir, au revoir. Et on passe conseil.
So asante sana nigutwirorera. Togaga ati have a good day.
Et bonne journée. À tout à l'heure. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Merci.
Merci. Et à toi.
Thank you.